on to the Foxhunters now. We are on the home stretch in our podcast here on finally going up that hill. But Foxhunters, again, it's not one that I think we can really dig down deep into. So just going to ask you guys if there's any horses that we should keep an eye on.
I'm a West Country boy, so I hear a lot about the points around us, and the big talking horse is Kate de Burley, originally with Paul Nicholls, and I shouldn't say this, but more or less Paul Nicholls, but it's not actually his name. Rose Loxton, who's one of the head girls at Paul's Yard, trains it in her lunchtime. So, I can't believe Paul hasn't took it back into his yard and run it in his name, which he's done in previous years. But it is running in her name. Rose Loxton.
Paul says his best chance of a winner of the week is Wonderful Charm.
I know, which was but I think actually Kate de Burley
between the two of them.
Yeah. So Kate de Burley has been rocking up, and I think Will Biddick, who's champion point rider, rides Kate de Burley, and he was a Paddy Power winner, or second in the Paddy Power off top weight, so he's a classy horse. Paul says Wonderful Charm, but the only thing is if the ground's going to come up soft, Wonderful Charm has always been affected by his wind, and he needs proper good ground, which he had last year when he was second. But in my opinion, when he got to Pasha de Polder, he sort of stayed there, he didn't really go by. So I think Wonderful Charm, especially at 10, his wind's certainly not got any better. So he's sure to be given a good ride by Samuel Cohen, but he's always had trouble with his wind, and he needs better ground. And he looks good rocking up in Musselburgh in 4-runner races, beating proper hunters, But I think when he's again his wind does catch him. And I actually like Verac, always he was sort of in no man's land as a handicap chaser. He's sort of top end of the handicap, not quite graded level, and he's got Lorcan Williams riding, good amateur, up and coming amateur. So Kate de Burley and Verac, I think. Paul Nicholls, it saved him last year to get a winner, and whether it's La Rose Loxton's this name or Paul Nicholls is, but I think they're certainly they'll be thereabouts in the finish.
Kate de Burley is 12-1. That's with Hills and Betfair, which seems like a big price. Virac 14-1. Paul, I just wanted to ask you guys about, because it was a fascinating kind of gamble, I guess. Warden Hill that beat Pasha de Pol the other day opened up 40-1 the night before and went off twos. Trained by Mrs. H. Connors, owned by John Chatfield Roberts, and ridden by Mr. Chatfield Roberts' son. Went off 100-1 last year and came nowhere, and is now 33-1, having beaten Pasha de Polder. And obviously, you'd assume that people involved knew that the 40-1 probably wasn't a fair
I think
price.
Pasha de Volga was probably vulnerable that day because he hadn't run for a long time, had difficult training prep, and the girl was having her first ride under rules.
Yeah.
And so the form probably looks better than what it actually was.
Fair enough, that is me told. Anyone else for the Foxhunter?
Nothing for me.
No, strangely enough, I haven't got one of the few races I haven't got a strong opinion on. I don't follow the Hunter Chase.
Come and live in the West Country here all about.
Yeah, I know, I should do, yeah. I need some lessons.
It's good to get that inside scoop though from Nick, because certainly it's a race that's hard to really approach with much confidence.